Take a deep breath. As you exhale, let the weight of the day begin to fall away. Let your muscles get loose and floppy like overripe fruit. Let your worries drift away on the breeze. Long ago, before time had a name, there was only silence. There was no up or down, no here or there. There was no one, and there was no thing. There was nothing at all, except an endless quiet. And in that silence, there was only potential, a vast, rich field of possibilities. It was a place of quiet power waiting to be ignited, a spark of awareness in the midst of nothingness. And then, from the silence, Gaia was born. The earth yawned and stretched, her arms extending to the horizon, embracing the vast emptiness. With a gentle word, she gave form to the mountains, raised up the forests, carved out valleys and basins, wove rivers through the landscape, and sprinkled jewels of lakes across the land. As she walked, fertile soil sprang up beneath her feet. Warm sand, cool mud, rich compost piled up and hardened into place. Wherever Gaia's bare feet touched down, life began to stir. And as the Earth Mother moved through her new creation, she sang. Her voice was the wind that rushed through the trees, the rushing of the river over smooth stones, the babbling of a clear stream. Her song was the music of the spheres, the constant motion of the sun and moon and stars. The Earth's song echoed across the void and whispered across the hills, calling for a companion to dance with her in the grand ballet of existence. She called out, "O soul of the sky, come and meet me. Come and dance with me for all eternity." The sky spirit heard her call and swooped down to meet the earth. He twirled and soared through the newly formed atmosphere, delighting in the swirling winds he created. Together, Gaia and the sky began to spin. Their dance was wild and free, full of dips and twirls and breathtaking leaps. They laughed as they danced, their joy echoing in the thunder of applause. The earth spun faster and faster until she was a dizzying blur of motion. Her laughter grew louder and louder, shaking the very foundations of her being. "I am the earth," she cried out, "and I bring forth all things. I am bountiful and full of life. I am the mother of all that grows and the cradle of all that lives." As she spoke, verdant forests burst forth, reaching for the sky. Animals great and small bounded across her skin. Birds sang sweet songs in the trees. And humans, with their curious minds and gentle hearts, took their first tentative steps on the earth. And the earth. And the sky continued to dance for all time, their love echoing in the rhythm of the seasons. The waxing and waning of light and dark, the turning year to year, the constant cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. But as the millennia passed, the memory of their wild dance faded from the minds of humans. No longer did they feel the pulse of the earth beneath their feet, or hear the song of the sky above their heads. Oh, how the earth and the sky grieved when this happened. But all was not lost, for there were still a few who remembered. There were those who could still feel the pulse of the earth, hear the whispers of the trees, see the signs in the sky, read the language of the stars, and understand the ancient lore. For those who remembered, life was a sacred dance, a celebration of existence. They honored the earth and the sky, the masculine and feminine principles that wove the tapestry of life. So it is with you. When you remember who you truly are, that life force energy begins to flow through you again. You feel the connection between heaven and earth, the divine spark within your soul. Then you too can dance with the earth and the sky and celebrate the miracle of existence. Now take a moment to feel the energy of the earth flowing up through your feet, anchoring you to the ground. Feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, the energy of the sky flowing down through the top of your head. Notice how your body feels as these energies flow through you. Breathe it all in. Relax into it. Allow yourself to feel grounded and centered in this moment. Long before the dawn of time, above her rose Uranus, the sky, deep and endless, scattered with the first shimmering stars. He draped himself across Gaia, the earth a gentle protector. Together, earth and sky brought life into being. First the Titans, tall as mountains, vast as oceans, the 12 children of the great primeval gods. Children of creation who carried the weight of time itself in their hands, but even the Titans were not enough to fill the vast emptiness of the universe. And so, from the union of sky and earth came a new race, the elder gods, more powerful than any that came after, the Olympians. But alas, their father was a jealous god. In his heart, a terrible darkness grew, a darkness that would bring ruin upon the elder gods, plunging them into an age of chaos and despair. The Titan Atlas was born of Uranus and Gaia, the earth. His shoulders, the first dry land to emerge from the primordial waters. His heart, the first bird that soared into the boundless sky. He watched over the elder gods, trying to shield them from their father's wrath. But nothing could have prepared them for what came next. The first rays of dawn painted the sky with hues of gold and crimson. The elder gods awoke in their celestial home, the halls of Utgard. Beside them their father slumbered, his dreams filled with visions of power and might. Suddenly, a tremor shook the very foundations of their dwelling. The walls quivered, and from the shadows, a colossal figure emerged, brandishing a mighty hammer. It was Thor, the Thunderer, god of wisdom and strength. His eyes blazed with righteous fury as he surveyed the trembling elder gods. With a voice that boomed like rolling thunder, Thor declared, "A darkness stirs within our father, threatening to engulf us all. Only one weapon can pierce his celestial armor, the hammer of the destroyer, forged in the heart of a dying star." A gasp echoed through the hall as Loki, the trickster god, stepped forward. His eyes glistened with mischief and cunning. "I know where the hammer lies hidden," he said, his voice dripping with sarcasm. "Guarded by serpents of pure darkness, it waits at the bottom of the serpent's lair." As the gods exchanged worried glances, Freya, the goddess of love and beauty, raised her hand. "Do not be afraid," she said, her voice ringing with confidence. "I will retrieve the hammer. My magic cloak will shield us from the serpent's venomous gaze." With that, Freya vanished, leaving behind a cloak woven with starlight and moonlight. The journey to the serpent's lair was fraught with peril. Freya pressed on, her determination fueled by the hope of saving her people. Finally, she stood before the entrance to the lair, the chilling whispers of serpents echoing from within. Taking a deep breath, Freya cast her protective cloak around her shoulders and stepped inside. The air grew thick and heavy, and the stench of decay filled her nostrils.
Ow.
Before her, coiling around a treasure chest, lay the serpents, their eyes burning with malevolent fire. As they slithered closer, their hissing growing louder, Freya raised her hand, and from her fingertips, a net of starlight erupted, binding the serpents fast. With the serpents subdued, Freya approached the chest, her heart pounding with anticipation. Inside, resting on a bed of darkness, lay the hammer of the destroyer. As Freya reached for it, a voice boomed through the lair. "So, you have found my treasure. Very well, let us see if you possess the strength to wield it." From the shadows, a gigantic serpent emerged, its eyes blazing with celestial fire. It lunged at Freya, its jaws wide open, revealing rows of razor-sharp teeth. But Freya stood firm. Raising the hammer, she swung it in a mighty arc, and with a deafening roar, shattered the serpent's skull. Freya emerged from the lair, the hammer held high, its celestial light banishing the encroaching darkness. The elder gods cheered, their voices echoing through the halls of Utgard. Freya had saved them all. But in the depths of their father's celestial armor, the darkness continued to grow. Just as the caterpillar must encase itself in silk to transform into a butterfly, so too must we sometimes encase ourselves in stillness to transform into who we are meant to be. The human body is like a garment we wear for a season. It too will eventually be laid aside, leaving us in our purest form. When that time comes, we will remember this moment when we learn to inhabit the vastness within and around us. We will remember the boundless love that permeates all things, that we are all connected. Let us rest here for a while longer. Let us sink into the peace of the turning earth, into the arms of the galaxy. This place between earth and sky is sacred. It has always been here. It is timeless, ageless. Here, the only direction is inward. All that we need is within us. All that we seek is already here. When the mind quiets, the universe speaks. Imagine now that you are resting upon Gaia's soft embrace, the ground beneath you steady, cradling you like a mother's arms. Above you, Uranus stretches in indigo quiet, filled with distant stars. The air is still, calm, eternal. Every breath you take connects you to the beginning of the world. Inhale the stillness. Exhale into the infinite. Feel yourself drifting as though you too are part of that ancient, peaceful dawn. There is no separation between you and the vastness of the cosmos. You are the universe made conscious. And in this moment of perfect equilibrium, you are free from the limitations of time and space. Here, there is only the purity of being. As you breathe in the stillness of this place, your worries and distractions drift away like clouds passing in the sky. You are not separate from the rustling leaves or the babbling brook. You are one with the whispering wind, the dancing flowers, the soaring birds. All is well. There is nothing to fix, nothing to improve, nothing to achieve. In this sanctuary of peace, you are invited to simply be, to rest in the stillness, to allow your busy mind to settle down, and to tune into the melody of the universe. Listen to the symphony of existence. Can you hear it? The bird song, the gentle rustling of the trees, the murmur of the nearby stream, the buzzing of insects, all blending together in a harmonious whole. Just as these sounds weave together to create a beautiful composition, so too are you woven into the fabric of existence. You are an integral part of this grand symphony. Your life's melody, like all others, is a unique and essential part of this cosmic composition. And just as a musician fine-tunes their instrument to resonate at its highest frequency, you too have the ability to harmonize your life's melody with the music of the spheres. When you feel off-key, out of step with the rhythm of existence, remember that you can always return to this sacred space. This place between earth and sky where the music of the cosmos is clearest and the connection to all life is most profound. May you carry this feeling of oneness with you as you go about your day. May it be a guiding light in moments of uncertainty and a source of strength in times of challenge. You are never truly alone. You are always connected to the great web of life that permeates the universe. And within you is the boundless love that connects all things. Trust in this love. Nurture it and allow it to guide you towards greater harmony and balance in your life. And so we come to the end of our journey here. But know that this is not a goodbye. For the wisdom and insights gained in this liminal space between earth and sky will continue to resonate within you long after you have physically departed. Carry this experience with you like a precious jewel, something to be treasured and shared. High above the mortal world rises Mount Olympus, a mountain crowned with silver mist reaching beyond the clouds. It is here the gods live, not in thunder or chaos tonight, but in calm and harmony. Zeus, ruler of the sky, sits upon a throne woven from clouds. His presence is steady, protective, like a summer storm humming far away. Beside him, Hera, the ever-watchful queen, her gaze as sharp and clear as the stars that adorn her crown. She is the keeper of oaths, and her eyes, they pierce the veil of deceit. Her power, it flows from order and law, from the very structure of the cosmos. Across from them, Poseidon, god of the restless sea, leans back, his trident resting on the armrest of his cloud throne. His gaze, it sweeps the horizon as if searching for new lands to claim. For he is the Earthshaker, the one who can bring both bounty and destruction with the tilt of his head. Next to him, Hades, god of the underworld, sits cloaked in shadows, yet his presence, it is as real as the chill wind that whispers through the marble halls of his realm. He is the unseen, the unknown, the one who claims what is lost and broken. And even the gods, they turn away from him. For what god, what mortal wants to hear of souls and shades? Then Demeter appears, goddess of the harvest, her face etched with the wisdom of ages. She is the rhythm of the seasons, the warmth of the sun on ripening grain. In her presence, the very air grows heavy with the scent of wildflowers and the promise of bountiful fields. Beside her, Athena, goddess of wisdom and war, her armor gleaming, a reminder of her fierce intelligence. Her gaze, it is as sharp as any blade, her strategies as intricate as the patterns of the stars. And Apollo, the sun god, radiant and proud, takes his place. His lyre rests on his knee, waiting for his fingers to dance upon its strings. For he is music and prophecy, the light that banishes darkness, the one who brings the dawn after every night. Ares, the god of war, restless and eager, paces before them. Bloodlust and courage are his domain, the clash of arms, the thrill of the fight. He is the fire that lights the fuse, the catalyst for chaos and destruction. Aphrodite, the goddess of love, enters, her laughter tinkling like the wind chimes in an orchard. Beauty and desire are her weapons, and with a smile she can turn hearts to gold or set them aflame. Hephaestus, the lame god, skilled craftsman, his hammer rings, his anvil sings. In his hands, metal and stone come to life, and he creates wonders that mortals can only dream of. Next to him, Hermes, the messenger, swift and cunning, his winged sandals tapping impatiently. He is the guide of souls, the patron of travelers, the one who carries messages between the realms. And finally, Dionysus, the wild god of wine, stumbles in, his crown askew, a grape still clutched in his hand. Ecstasy and madness are his companions, and he is the release at the end of a long day, the laughter and the dance under the stars. The gods are gathered, their powers vast and varied, their personalities clashing like the waves against the shore. Yet here, on this mountain high, they are at peace, for now. Theirs is a world of contradictions, of love and war, of creation and destruction, of joy and pain. They are the gods of Olympus, and their stories, they are just beginning. Beside him, Hera, regal and serene, rests her hand upon his. Now that's an interesting start to this mythology. I wonder who this guy is. Someone important, I'd wager, to be addressed so intimately by the narrator. But who and where are they? Oh no, is this the Garden of Eden? Is this our hero about to succumb to temptation? Don't do it, man. You already have everything a man could want. You don't need any more apples. No, not that kind of apple. Oh good. Let's keep going. Athena moves gently, her wisdom like the soft turning of pages in the breeze. I love this image. Reminds me of those old school books with the leather covers. You know, the kind you'd find in an ancient library filled with scrolls instead of pages? Wonder what kind of wisdom Athena has imparted here. Probably something about how annoying it is when people leave their doors unlocked. Because I can't think of a single person on Earth whose wisdom wouldn't include that particular piece of advice. I'm looking at you, Op. Why do you do this? Why do you leave your doors unlocked? Apollo plucks his golden lyre, each note floating like sunbeams through quiet air. Okay, so this garden isn't all that bad. Sure, it's full of creepy, crawly monsters and the occasional harpy trying to steal your lunch, but it's got plenty of space, an endless supply of golden apples, and now it's got a bard to boot. Though I'm not sure how useful he'll be once the monster attacks. He's probably just going to get eaten. The only advantage we've got going for us is that the monsters are too stupid to figure out how to work the door. So we're safe as long as we don't go outside. Oh great, it's just another Tuesday in paradise. Around them, laughter is soft, gentle, like water trickling over smooth stones. Haha, very funny, OP. You've got me there. But let's not forget the reason we're all here. What happened to the protagonist? Was he eaten by a monster? Did he have to sacrifice himself to save everyone else? No, he ran away. Of course he did. All the other options required him to actually try, and we all know OP hates trying. I mean, just look at him. If he had to exert himself physically or mentally, he'd rather die. If that meant leaving the garden, well, clearly he'd rather die. Let's face it, OP is the kind of guy who would rather die than do something useful. The kind of guy who would rather die than help anyone else. And yet somehow even this world revolves around him. The garden grows, the animals roam free. The gods play their games. Everything goes on as if nothing ever happened. Well, except for the part where he accidentally destroyed the universe. That's never mentioned. But hey, what are a few pesky infinities between friends? Right, I was thinking of giving this video a happy ending. You know, maybe wrap things up by saying everything worked out for the best, or something equally vague and meaningless. But then I realized that would just be dishonest. There's no happy ending here. This story isn't over. In fact, it's just begun. Because as long as OP exists, as long as this universe exists, there will be consequences. If the past is any indication, those consequences will suck. So let's end this on a more fitting note. The protagonist running away from his problems once again. Let's end this with the knowledge that no matter how hard he tries, no matter how far he runs, he'll never escape what he is, a failure. As you step into the sanctuary of the cave, a profound hush falls over, the chattering of the crowds outside. Within this hallowed space, something extraordinary awaits you. Here, nestled amidst ancient stones that have echoed with the whispers of countless pilgrims, you'll find an altar adorned with fresh flowers. But it's not just any altar. It's a portal to the celestial realm of the gods. A thin veil separates you from the divine, and through it you catch glimpses of the otherworldly. Intricate carvings of mythical beasts and heroes dance in the flickering lamplight, their stories unfolding before your eyes like a timeless tapestry. The air grows heavy with anticipation. With each step you take toward the altar, the sounds of the mundane world fade away, replaced by an otherworldly stillness, no longer just a visitor. You're a participant about to step into the grand narrative of the cosmos. Suddenly, the mountain itself seems to stir. A deep hum resonates beneath your feet, an ancient heartbeat that reverberates through the very core of the earth. It's as if the mountain, imbued with the spirit of the gods, is coming alive, its slumbering essence awakened by your presence. As you stand before the altar, the veil between the earthly and the divine almost translucent, you realize you're not merely standing on sacred ground, you're standing on hallowed ground. And then you feel it, a gentle pressure at the base of your skull, like a blessing, like a touch from unseen hands. Your body, usually so full of anxieties and tensions, feels lighter, freer. The cares that have weighed you down on your journey suddenly seem trivial, insignificant. The mountain, the gods, the ancient spirits of this place, they're welcoming you, embracing you. For a moment, all you are is pure potential, a vessel ready to be filled with the divine energies that surge around you. But where are you? What brings you to this hidden sanctuary nestled high in the mountains? For some, it's a lifelong pilgrimage, a journey marked by years of seeking and sacrifice. For others, it's a sudden impulse, a whisper of the soul that can't be ignored. Some come bearing offerings, gifts for the gods, while others simply bring themselves, their presence considered the highest offering. There are no rules, no rituals, only the raw, unadulterated connection between the seeker and the divine. The mountain doesn't judge your motives. It doesn't question your beliefs. It simply offers itself, its ancient wisdom, its timeless energy. In this place, the boundary between the physical and the spiritual is as thin as the mountain air. And as you lie on the cool marble steps, you feel a sense of homecoming. The mountain hums beneath your feet, alive with their eternal breath. You, too, are here. Wrapped in the starlight that filters through the cave's mouth, you are safe, unhurried, unburdened. Your eyelids grow heavy, not with fatigue, but with the luxury of timelessness. Here, every inhale draws in the light of Olympus, the energy of the gods, and every exhale releases your worries, carried away into the clouds by the wind. Above you, the canopy of the night sky is a swirling expanse of stars and myths. Each constellation, a silent sentinel, has witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations. Yet here you are bathed in their ancient light, connected to a lineage of dreamers and seekers stretching back to the dawn of humanity. The gods, far from being distant deities, are here with you, not as rulers or judges, but as fellow travelers on the journey of existence. They, too, are seekers of wisdom, lovers of beauty, and most importantly, companions on the path. Their presence is a solace, a reassurance that you are not alone in the vast expanse of the cosmos. Their world is timeless, and tonight, you are welcome within it. When you finally open your eyes, it's to a world transformed. The cave, once a place of shadows and mystery, now shimmers with 1,000 hues of dawn. The rising sun, filtering through the entrance, paints the marble in shades of rose and gold. The mountain, which seemed so imposing yesterday, now appears bathed in the warm embrace of morning. And you feel as if you've been reborn, renewed by the energies of the divine. Beyond Olympus, where the gods once walked and sang, lies a place of quiet. There, nestled in a valley, winds a river, so still you might mistake it for a ribbon woven from moonlight and shadow. Its banks are carpeted with moss and lichen, its surface a mirror to the heavens above. And upon this mirrored stage, beneath the boughs of an ancient oak, sits Orpheus, his lyre cradled in his lap. He is mortal now, stripped of immortality by the jealous hand of Apollo, the god of music. Yet here, in this hushed sanctuary, he seems more divine than any god, more powerful even than the gods. For he commands not just the strings of his lyre, but the very soul of the world around him. He plucks at the strings so lightly, and yet the music that spills from the instrument flows as strong and deep as the river's current. It ripples outward, touching every leaf and stone, making the trees sway in time with their branches. He sings of battles fierce and of love's embrace, of heroes bold and of monsters slain, of laughter, light, and of tears that fall like rain. His voice, though tinged with melancholy, rings with the joy of life, each note a celebration of existence, a hymn to the beauty of the world. The music swells, then softens, then swells again, rising and falling like the tide, ebbing and flowing with the rhythm of the earth. The stones that line the riverbed, they too have heard the music of the spheres, the song that set the planets in their choruses and the stars in their turn. They know the music that shaped the mountains and the valleys, the melody that made the rivers run and the seasons turn. And as Orpheus plays, they seem to stir a pulse with a life of their own, as if the very essence of the earth itself is stirred by his song. Trees bend closer, their leaves trembling with a music only they can hear. Their roots, like gnarled fingers, reach out as if to touch the strings of his lyre. For in this music, they recognize the echo of their own life story, the birth, the growth, the reaching for the light. Each note unlocks memories, whispers secrets of their long lives. And they sway in silent reverence, their branches weaving a green cathedral ceiling overhead. Even the wind that murmurs through the leaves takes on the pace of his song, moving slowly, as if lulled by the melody, carrying on its breath the scent of wildflowers and the soft touch of twilight. It bends low to listen, to drink in the music, and then it moves on, a wandering musician itself, playing the tune on blades of grass and swaying branches, whispering it to the clouds that drift like cotton balls across the sky. As night descends, fireflies ignite, their tiny lights twinkling in time with the music. The river, reflecting the starlight, mirrors the dance of the fireflies, and the whole valley seems to hold its breath, lost in the magic of the sound. And in that silence between the notes, there is a deeper music, a harmony that resonates within the soul. It speaks of a world beyond the reach of human ears, a world where the veil between the physical and the ethereal is thin as gossamer. It is a music that stirs something deep within us, longing for a home we've never known, a haven of peace and understanding. And as Orpheus plays, we are drawn to this place, to this moment, to lose ourselves in the music and the magic of the valley. We come to remember a truth we've always known, that we are all connected by an invisible thread, that we are all part of the song, and that the music of the spheres will play on forever. Follow the sound of his music, the haunting melody that drifts on the breeze. It leads you to a meadow, golden in soft sunlight. Here once walked Persephone, the queen of the underworld, gathering flowers in the warmth of spring. She gathered flowers for her mother, Demeter, whose heart had grown heavy with winter's endless rain. Each blossom a tiny sunbeam, each petal a whisper of summer's return. As you wander through this field of gold, you hear the murmur of the blossoms, their gentle susurrus, like the breath of the earth itself. They sway in the light, these flowers, dancing in the sun, and their fragrance mingles with the music, creating an atmosphere of unearthly beauty. The air is fragrant with lavender, with thyme, with blossoms unknown to mortals, each carrying a scent more enchanting than any perfume the world has ever known. And then you see them, glowing amidst the gold, 3 flowers, unlike any you have ever seen before. Their petals are spun from moonlight, shimmering with an otherworldly glow. You reach out to touch them, and as your fingers brush against the petals, a jolt of icy cold shoots through you, and the flowers vanish. In their place, 3 clear spheres of ice, each containing a single drop of shimmering, translucent liquid. The spheres hum with power, ancient magic thrumming just beneath the surface. You can feel the pulse of the earth, the heartbeat of the world quicken beneath your feet. What are these spheres? What power do they hold? And how can you wield their magic? The answer comes in a whisper, carried on the breeze, the voice of Persephone, the queen of the underworld, echoing through the ages. These are tears of the earth, she says, shed when the seasons turned and winter's icy grip threatened to consume the world. 3 drops of pure magic, each holding the power of a season. With these tears, you can bring forth the first bloom of spring, she says, or summon the bountiful growth of summer. or even call upon the gentle rains of autumn. But be warned, for each season has its price. To wield the power of spring, you must offer laughter and joy. For summer's bounty, you must give sweat and toil. And for autumn's gentle rains, you must give wisdom and peace. Do you accept this bargain? Can you bear the weight of these gifts? Can you feel the pulse of the earth quicken beneath your feet? The spheres thrum with magic, their power surging through you, urging you to choose to act. Will you accept the bargain? Will you become the conduit of the seasons, bringing balance to the world, ensuring the eternal cycle of life, death, and rebirth continues on? Or will you let the magic pass, choosing to preserve the delicate balance of nature, allowing the seasons to turn as they always have, unaffected by your presence? You hesitate, torn between the responsibility of wielding such immense power and the allure of preserving nature's delicate balance. As you struggle with this decision, the spheres pulse with magic, their light intensifying until it's almost blinding. The choice, it seems, is ultimately up to you. In the end, you make your choice and the spheres respond. If you accept the bargain, their light envelops you, their power surging through your veins. You feel the connection to the earth, to the very heartbeat of the world, quicken and strengthen. With this power comes great responsibility, but also a profound sense of purpose. You are now the conduit of the seasons, tasked with ensuring the balance of nature, with bringing forth spring, guiding the growth of summer, and ushering in the gentle rains of autumn. But if you choose to walk away, the spheres pulse one last time before fading, their magic receding until all that remains are 3 clear spheres of ice and 3 glistening drops of water. You leave the meadow feeling lighter, freer, as the weight of the seasons. The burden and the beauty of it recedes into the whispering blossoms and the haunting melody of Persephone's song. Now deep within the recesses of your mind, the memory of the queen of the underworld lingers, faint echo of other worlds and other times. And as the seasons turn, you can't help but wonder, what would you choose? The power to shape the seasons, or the freedom to let nature take its course? This moment has been captured 1,000 times in 1,000 lives. You are here with me. We watch Persephone gather flowers in the meadow. Her laughter still lingers here, light as the song of birds at dawn. She bends to gather a bloom, and the world holds its breath, honoring her grace. Sunlight streams through the leaves of the great oak, where once a king sat, where once a god walked. The forest remembers, the roots run deep, the leaves take note. Strom and sure. We are here as silent witnesses to a half-forgotten dream. In this timeless space, we know her only as a girl who danced in the sun and the dew, who gathered flowers in her hair, who laughed as she chased butterflies, carefree without a care. And as you walk now through the meadow, slow and still, each step is unhurried, weightless, as if you drift rather than walk. The music of Orpheus continues, flowing beneath the earth itself. It cradles you, carries you, rocks you into softness. Here, time does not exist. Only music, only blossoms, only peace. You do not remember coming here, but something pulls you, something calls, and you follow. In the green and golden light, you pause, for here, in this hallowed place, there blooms a flower of gold, and in its heart, a drop of dew, a teardrop of the dawn. And in that drop a memory gleams, a half-remembered dream, of golden fields and meadows sweet where blossoms grew in endless rows, and laughing voices echoed light, and happy footsteps used to go, of ancient pacts and solemn vows, of love and loss, of joy and pain, of mortal hearts that beat so fast, when gods and men were not as they are now estranged, of crowns and scepters set aside, of burdens cast away, of one brief hour of perfect peace, before the darkness of the night would stay, and then the chill wind whispers low, and bids you come away, and with a start you turn and go. The laughter of the girl echoes still in the golden light as you leave the meadow and its peace, and all the blossoms and the bliss, and the music follows, soft and low as you walk away, and the trees stand still, and the birds all hush as you walk away, and the only sound is the whisper of the breeze. Through the leaves of the old oak tree, and the echo of the girl's sweet song, as you walk, as you walk, as you walk away, so ends another tale from the realm of myth and legend, where gods and mortals intertwined their fates, and love bloomed eternal in the halls of Elvensong. Until next time, may the echoes of laughter light your path, and the blossoms of hope and joy forever grace your way. The sky deepens, the meadow dims. From the horizon, the goddess Nyx rises. She spreads her cloak of night across the heavens, a velvet sky filled with stars, each one a gentle lantern glowing for you. Welcome to this sanctuary of dreams, where the celestial tapestry is woven with stories as old as time. Here, amidst the cosmic ballet, we unravel the mysteries of the universe, one star at a time. Tonight's tale is one of shadows and light, of balance and duality. It's the story of a goddess who walked the path less traveled, choosing solitude over societal norms. In the grand pantheon of deities, few are as enigmatic as Nyx, the primordial goddess of darkness. Born from the depths of the void before the dawn of creation, she existed in the black abyss that separated the darkness from the light. A Titaness by birth, she chose not to align herself with the radiant pantheon, opting instead to dwell in the shadows cast by their brilliance. Yet Nyx was not merely a creature of darkness, which was the personification of its creative potential, the fertile void from which all things could emerge. Her domain was not just the absence of light, but the womb of possibility, a realm where dreams took shape and destinies were sculpted before the hand of fate had touched them. When the pantheon divided the cosmos, carving out their domains with the precision of expert artisans, Nyx claimed the heavens as her own.
Ow.
There, suspended between the boundless expanse of the void she knew so well and the dazzling clarity of the celestial realms, she wove the cloak of night. This was no ordinary garment, was an extension of her very essence, a reflection of the infinite potential that lay within the darkness. As she draped it across the heavens, stars ignited, not as mere pinpricks of light, but as burning embers of possibility. Each twinkled into existence, a testament to Nyx's alchemical dance between shadow and light. She watched as mortals gazed up at her handiwork, their dreams and fears finding shapes and shadows in the celestial display. With each passing night, she saw humanity bearing its soul to the cosmos, whispering its hopes and sorrows into the darkness. And in the quiet hours before dawn, when the cloak of night yielded to the encroaching light, she gathered these whispers, these fragments of mortal experience, and wove them into the very fabric of the cosmos. Thus Nyx, the lonely goddess, found solace in her work, her aloneness echoing the solitude of the void from which she came. Yet in the tapestry of the night sky, she wove connections, binding mortals and deities, dreams and reality in a shared experience of darkness and light. In the stillness of the night, when the cloak of stars lay heavy with the dreams of 1,000 lifetimes, Nyx found a strange sort of comfort. Though she walked the path less traveled, choosing solitude over the warmth of companionship, she was not truly alone. For in the darkness, she had her work, and in her work, she had a piece of every soul that looked up to the night sky, a testament to the beauty and power of walking one's own path. So when you gaze up at the night sky, at the stars that wink like embers in the vast expanse above, remember the lonely goddess who wove this celestial tapestry. Remember Nyx, who in her aloneness found purpose, who in her solitude created beauty, and who in the darkness found her place in the grand design of things. For the night is not just the absence of light, but the cradle of dreams, the birthplace of possibilities, and the realm of a goddess who dared to walk the path less traveled. As the final star shimmers into existence, casting its gentle glow upon the world, we, the weavers of stories, invite you to join us. Share your tales of dreams and desires whispered into the night, shadows danced with and fears faced, for in the darkness we find not just the absence of light, but the promise of new dawns. With the cloak of night spread across the heavens, we, the storytellers, bid you sweet dreams until the first whispers of dawn. May your nights be filled with the magic of 1,000 falling stars, and may your dreams carry you to places only the night sky can touch. For in the darkness, we find the courage to dream, the strength to face our fears, and the beauty of a universe that reflects our own inner light. The world quiets. Even the river stills, reflecting her darkness like a mirror. In her arms drifts Hypnos, the god of sleep. His wings are soft, feathered in shadow. He moves closer, brushing your eyes with the gentlest touch. You feel the pull of slumber, a sweet oblivion that beckons, promising solace from the day's weary toil. Your eyelids grow heavy, your breaths slowing to match the languid pace of the river's flow. Hypnos sings, his voice a melody of moonlight and memories. Each note a soft caress, lulling you deeper into the embrace of sleep. Her darkness, once a daunting abyss, now feels like a comforting shroud. The stars, once distant pinpricks of light, are winking companions in the velvet expanse above. You drift further, cradled by the rhythm of his wings, the steady beat a metronome marking time's gentle passing. Then a shift, a whisper of change in the air. The river's stillness is disturbed, the surface rippling as if disturbed by an unseen presence. Hypnos stirs, his eyes opening, their depths mirroring the troubled waters. The song in his throat catches, unfinished, the melody of sleep replaced by a tense silence. He lifts his head, sniffing the air, his gaze searching the darkening sky. A low growl rumbles in his chest, a counterpoint to the peaceful scene. His wings, once soft and yielding, now bristle, their shadows hardening, taking on an aggressive edge. The feathers, once smooth and sleek, fluff up, transforming him from a bringer of dreams to a fierce protector. Fear, sharp and sudden, pierces through the tranquility. It whispers in your ear, urging you to flee, to run and hide. But your limbs are heavy, your body anchored by the relentless grip of her darkness. You want to scream, to break free from the suffocating stillness, but your voice is trapped, imprisoned by the weight of Hypnos's gaze. His wings, now taut and angled, become weapons, their sharp edges glinting with an eerie light. They slice through the air, tearing at the fabric of the night, ripping open the cloak of darkness. The river no longer placid, churns and boils, its surface a maelstrom of churning fears. The water, once a mirror of her darkness, now reflects your terror, distorting, multiplying the monsters that lurk within. And then he roars, a sound that shatters the quietude, that tears at the very essence of your being. The earth trembles, the trees sway, and the river overflows its banks. Rushing towards you, drowning you in its icy grip, the darkness, once a sanctuary, now a prison, closing in, suffocating you. You claw at the shadows, desperate to escape, to find a sliver of light in this suffocating night. But the darkness is thick and heavy, a physical thing that binds and constricts, stealing your breath, freezing your blood. And in the distance, fading into the chaotic symphony of crashing water and screeching wind, you hear it. Laughter echoing, triumphant, a chilling counterpoint to the unfolding nightmare. She revels in your terror, feeding on your fear. And Hypnos, once the god of gentle sleep, is lost to the raging storm, consumed by the darkness that now envelops you. Your eyelids grow heavier, your breath deepens, slows. Beside him flows the river Lethe, the river of forgetfulness. Its waters erase every burden, every thought that no longer serves you. One by one, your worries dissolve, carried away in the quiet current. In this realm, there is no judgment, only peace. In this place, there is no history, only the present moment. And in this time, there is no future, only eternity. Oh, my love, do you feel it too? This urge to surrender to the flow, to let go of the struggle, to release the pain? It's okay, my darling. You can let go. Here in my arms, you are safe. Here in my arms, you will be healed. Close your eyes, my love. Close your eyes and drift away with me to a place where the sun always shines, to a place where the soul never grieves. My love, open up to me. Open up to the infinite possibilities that lie within you. Within these vast realms of consciousness, there are no limitations, only boundless potential. Here your true self shines through, vibrant, radiant, and eternal. Surrender to this truth, my love, and allow your spirit to soar. Oh, my love, Your spirit is like a majestic eagle, powerful, graceful, and free. Spread your wings and fly above the clouds, above the limitations that confine the mind. Feel the wind beneath your wings as it carries you higher and higher. Higher still, my love, until you reach the heights of pure consciousness. There you will find your true freedom, your true power. My love, have you ever gazed up at the night sky, at the endless expanse studded with stars? Do you feel their twinkling light upon your skin? That, my love, is the reflection of your own soul, shining back at you from the mirror of the cosmos. Each star is a facet of your being, each constellation a map to your inner realms. Look closely, my love, and you will see that the universe is not outside of you, but within you. The boundaries of space and time dissolve, and you realize that you are one with all that is. Oh, my love, do you hear the music? It's the symphony of the spheres, the harmonious dance of the planets, a celestial choir that sings of your eternal glory. This music resonates within you in the chambers of your heart. It is the rhythm of your soul, the beat of your true essence. Listen closely, my love, and you will hear the melody of your destiny calling you forward. In this timeless moment, my love, you are beyond form and substance. You are pure consciousness, pure awareness. Here there is no separation, only unity. We are all connected, all of us, in this grand tapestry of existence. Feel it, my love. Feel the interconnectedness that binds us all. You are part of something greater than yourself, something eternal, something divine. And so we dance, my love, in the eternal now, in the heart of creation, in the depths of your being. We dance to the music of the spheres, to the rhythm of the cosmos, to the melody of love. And in this dance, we find our true purpose, our eternal bliss, our homecoming. Oh, my love, let us dance forever in the gardens of eternity. A storm is coming, but you are safe here. You are held here. Time means nothing here. Just breathe. Let the storm pass. Let the wind howl. Let it all go. Here in this haven, wrapped in the velvet embrace of the night sky, cradled by the soft glow of starlight, you are timeless. Beyond the reach of the relentless sun, beyond the march of the relentless hours, you are free from the shackles of time. Here, the only measure of time is the beating of your heart. The only clock that rules is the rhythm of your breath. The past is a whisper, the future, a distant dream. All that exists is this moment, this sanctuary, this breath, this you. Wrapped in the night sky, cradled by the stars, you are safe here. You are held by the eternal arms of Nyx. She is your protector, your solace, your guide. Her dark wings shield you from the winds of chaos, our eyes. Twin pools of starlight watch over you, knowing, understanding. Fear not the darkness, for it is in the darkness that you truly see. In the quiet of the night, your soul's melody rings clear. As the night deepens, Hypnos beckons you. His realm awaits. A realm where the mundane fades and the extraordinary dawns. He extends his hand, not an invitation, but an instruction, urging you to let go, to surrender to the pull of the unknown. Trust him, for he is the god of dreams, the conductor of the subconscious, the weaver of fantasies. He will guide you through the labyrinth of your mind, soothing your troubled thoughts, calming your racing heart. Close your eyes, and you drift. You are floating on a cloud of sweet oblivion. Below you, the world shrinks, becoming a distant hum, a lullaby. Round you, colors swirl in a silent symphony of light and shadow. Upward, stars beckon, their cold fire winking secrets only you can see. Your breath slows, harmonizing with the nocturnal chorus of crickets and owls. The boundaries of your thoughts begin to soften, to stretch, to surrender. Resistance melts away like snow on a warm hearth. Deeper still you drift, further and further. The veil between the waking world and the dream world grows thin, then translucent, then disappears. There is no longer an observer and observed, no longer a dreamer and a dream. You are the dream. You are the moonlight painting the sleeping world in shades of silver. You are the shadows dancing at the edge of perception. You are the whisper that stirs the leaves just before dawn. You are the silent symphony of the universe, played out on the strings of your soul. And as you drift, a profound stillness envelops you. It is the stillness of the infinite, the silence of eternity. Here in the crucible of the night, you are reborn. You are one with the universe, with Hypnos, with Nex, and in this unity, you find your true self, your higher self, your eternal self. You are. When the first faint fingers of dawn try to touch you, you are still here, wrapped in the infinite, cradled in the timeless, held in the eternal arms of night. For now, the storm outside has become a lullaby. The wind, a soft sigh, the rain, a gentle caress, you are at peace,